The city has reorganized to better plan for growth. A new department combines existing city long-range planners and traffic engineers to more effectively plan for the future of Bend. Take a look.
The Growth Management Department is really going to take land use planning and transportation planning and combine those together in the city so that we can start initiating some very long-range plans, growth plans for the city of Bend.
It's an opportunity to be proactive and embed transportation safety and alternative transportation modes into our future community.
I mean, instead of having our staff working from different locations and trying to coordinate through meetings or by conference calls, we're going to be in the same building, in the same spot, working together every day so that we can coordinate on making sure we get the UGB done right, the central area plan, OSU cascades, and how all that work is integrated with our transportation system.
Well, I think with the rapid pace of development in Bend over the past 20 to 30 years, we've really been focused on the permitting side of planning, and this step really takes our long-range planners in the transportation and land use world, and there's a forced interaction by housing them together and really working on our growth management plan so that we're growing by design versus growing by default.
Well, so individuals, we do retirement planning, we do family planning, we do financial planning, and similarly, cities have to do long-term land use planning and transportation planning as well. It's not just the law, but it's a good idea to figure out where your community is going in the next 20 years.
One of the biggest reasons the Growth Management Department was formed is that we're dealing with a number of large, complex projects now that most communities only face one at a time and maybe only once in their lifetime.
When you look at the state land use laws around land use planning, there's a really major pieces about how land use planning and transportation planning come together. And you see it in our comprehensive plan in the city of Bend. And so it's a very natural fit to combine those two practices, the analysis that we'll have to do.
It's a great opportunity to be proactive and collaborative, how the community grows, and include transportation safety and transportation alternatives to the automobile right when we're building.
The two systems are required to serve each other. You can't have a land use without a way to get there. For example, if you're trying to design a neighborhood or a commercial area, you want to make sure that you're getting people to that place through bike lanes and sidewalks, and et cetera. So you have to mesh those two disciplines together in order to really create an effective outcome.
We really see this as an opportunity to implement our transportation growth management project, look at the land use and transportation impacts, not only of OSU Cascades, but that whole west side, and we do have an opportunity to do it right. We have a community that's very much involved and a willing partner in OSU Cascades to help us get it right.
Well, one of the biggest things that needs to happen to make OSU a success on the west side is to make sure that the work we're doing with OSU to plan for the development on their campus is integrated with the transportation planning we're doing for the broader west side of Bend. So that includes people traveling to and from OSU, both faculty, staff, and students, so that whether they're traveling down Century Drive or Mount Bachelor Drive, they have options for how they get to OSU, whether they're driving, whether they're riding their bicycle, whether they're taking transit, or whether we might instigate some kind of park and ride system to help them get from a park and ride to the campus.
Really, as a community, this is a huge opportunity to set the course of development and livability for this community for generations. And so it's a really exciting opportunity, and we have a great team with the Growth Management Department to really help head up those efforts.
The ability to improve safety and make things walkable, bikeable, I'm really proud of that and how my role can improve things for people.